Now, I don't know if it's the fact that most movies this year have been horrible, forgettable, or just left a burning hatred in my heart, but this movie was great. Gran Turismo, the video game brought to life. So Gran Turismo is the retelling of the true story of Jan, a gamer kid who wants to become a professional driver. Luckily for him, Nissan is willing to try something stupid. Let the best gamer kids in the world compete to win a spot to get a chance to become a professional race car driver. So Jan not only has to survive the competition, but also get over the fact that everyone doesn't believe this is possible. Literally. The other drivers, his own pit crew, his father, even the man that's training him to become a race car driver, doesn't think he can do this. So will he succeed in beating the odds? Now this movie is a very predictable movie. It's the basic underdog story. You have your highs, you have your lows, you have your very low lows where our main character thinks about giving up. You have this slightly jaded coach that slowly warms up to our main character throughout the movie. It's all the stuff you've seen before and you've enjoyed before. But even with the fact that you know what's going to happen in this movie, you still get tense. It's crazy. And I think a lot of it has to do with the editing in this movie. The editing in this movie is amazing. When any of the drivers, mostly Jan, really needs to push themselves, you get a lot of fast cuts going through various machine parts as this race car is pushed. And it really does hammer home the fact that these drivers are pushing themselves as hard as they can to achieve their goals. As I said, it does a great job keeping you on the edge of your seat, even though you know how this movie is going to play out. And I would be remiss if I did not mention how they combine the gaming aspects with the real life aspects. They use a lot of this to keep you updated on what's happening in the races, particularly where Jan is in the running, or when he's about to make a maneuver. Just like in Sherlock Holmes, the movie shows us his thought process and what he's going to do, and then acts on it. And not only is the action great, but the characters in this movie are fantastic. This movie is a perfect blend of characters and action. The coach is funny, providing quite a bit of the humor I found in this movie, particularly during the GT Academy where they're taking the gamer kids and making them into the NASCAR drivers. And since he doesn't believe that any of them can actually become race car drivers, he's quite brutal to all of them. I just found this segment funny and enjoyable. Maybe there's just something wrong with me. But AFV's funny for a reason. Pain is funny. And Jan himself, as an underdog, does really well in the role. It's a combination of wanting this thing with all of his heart and the fact that literally everybody in this movie is against him. Everybody. That's not to take away from his character. He is a likable guy. He is a nice guy. Honestly, if I had to say anything bad about this movie, it would probably be that sometimes during the racing scenes, it does get a little jumbled and hard to tell what's going on, but these are very few and far between. The rest of the stuff is little nitpicks. I'd still happily go watch this movie in theaters multiple times.